Today, I will be introducing Momin Murad, ex-president DCCI and advisor BBCC.
Thank you very much. আমি প্রথমটা একটু বাংলা এই জন্য বলছি যে জাস্ট লাইক সিচুয়েশনটা এরকম যে পাকিস্তান আমলে ছিল যে নির্ধারিত শিল্পীর অনুপস্থিতিতে যন্ত্রসঙ্গীত শোনেন, তো আমার অলমোস্ট সিমিলার একটা সিচুয়েশন, বাট এনিওয়ে it's a privilege to be visiting here, and I'm just a visitor right now, a businessman in Bangladesh. I've led the chambers, actually, Dhaka Chamber, and I was the president of Dhaka Chamber in 2006. I was the director of FBCCI twice, elected, and then I was the last vice president in the board, last board, not this board. And I was also president of Bangladesh Thailand Chamber of Commerce and Industry, a founder of, director of Japan Bangladesh Industry, Chamber of Industry, and I have a Japanese joint venture for the last 30 years. They're equity participator. We own 51% of, we make printing inks. My father's business was printing, and I got involved in printing and packaging, and now into the hospitality industry. My family owns about 11 or 12 restaurants in Bangladesh. You may have heard the Thai Emerald, Red Chamber, Terracotta Tales, a number of them, then Emerald Bakery. The interesting part of this today is on tourism. So tourism is once upon a time, it's just taken as a small hospitality industry, but it's now a big industry. And actually, if you see, I was the president of Thailand Chamber, as I mentioned. Thailand had only one industry, that was tourism. And from tourism, they have now become a manufacturing industry. Initially, it was only tourism. If you know 20 years, 30 years back, they're just promoting staying in the hotel, nice nightlife, and like that, you know. And now from that, they have gone into an industry because they've earned so much from tourism, they have gone into manufacturing. Now if you see small products, even if you see in Bangladesh, the motor parts, maximum motor parts are made in Thailand. And there's a border with Myanmar. People may not know, some of you, that 100,000 people work from Myanmar every day to Thailand. They work in the factories, come back in the evening. That's the way it is. Because Thailand is short of people. Whereas in Bangladesh, we have people. One good asset is that we have people, and we can afford, it's an affordable labor that you have. So one good thing is that there. And if we can develop some of our skill, we can go into high productive products. So nowadays, coming here, I can see that there's so many people who have represented here, so many countries in fact, all are promoting. Today is a tourism promotion, right? And as I noted with our High Commissioner Deputy High Commissioner was mentioning that it's a pity that one of our major airlines is not participating in it. No, we didn't see one. This is very unfortunate. We should have, this must have been the majority, because one time when we were doing the Canada Bangladesh Chamber, I must first, should have first addressed Excellency be here. I also must address the Consul General here, the first founder president of Canada Bangladesh Chamber, Mr. Shubhi Kumar De, and I believe Firdaus Bhai is here, the vice president, but Mr. Alamgir is not here, the president of your association. We happen to be good guys. We are batchmates also, Mr. Alamgir. So he's not here. But coming to that, where we were, that if you want to develop business now, it is no more that how far you are. Distance is not a thing nowadays. It's the product that you have, it's the competitiveness that you have, it's the other things, that what kind of labor you have, what policy you have. If you have a good industrial policy, that's very important. So over the years, what about the changes that have come? One thing I must tell you as a businessman, I've been through all these cycles. Forget the political part. The businessman of Bangladesh has been resilient time and again, irrespective of which political party was there. Of course, at some point of time there are certain pieces, in the moon even there's a scar. So this sort of things that happen in businesses. But in general, Bangladesh is a very important place, very important and a prospective place for business. And that's why one of the important part is the Canada-Bangladesh Chamber. I admire Mr. Ferdous when he called me that please come and participate. I said, what has it got to do? He said, no. Because tourism is an industry, so Canada-Bangladesh Chamber is taking part as an industry and trying to focus what it's going to do here, and this would be a very good opportunity for networking. Unfortunately, I think as you mentioned, today is Friday. I think your invitees are not here. There's so many blank chairs here. But this is a very good opportunity. Actually, it is a good opportunity to focus. But nevertheless, you must take whatever you get from this. And I think whatever the interest is that you have not learned, because there is a lot of potential. This sort of get-togethers give you an opportunity to know, learn. And we are also learning from, we must see what others are doing here. The other countries, even Uganda has Tanzania has and they are very focused. And we have to do that ourselves. I think we need to be more focused and we have to find out. So I want to keep this today, my year just about, is on tourism. So I just want to again go back to Thailand here because, when they had, everybody knew in Thailand, only Pattaya. Where we have to go, only Pattaya. Now they have 4 or 5 islands. If you know that there's other, you can go to PP Island. You have a Hawaii something. Every 2-3 years later, they find out one island, they develop that. And that's why they say, because you'll get bored. Every time you go to Pattaya, no, I've been there. So they find out new opportunities. They had the slogan, was Majestic Thailand, if you remember. Majestic Thailand was the slogan in the Thai Airways. Majestic Thailand, majestic. Now they have changed it to Thailand is the world's kitchen. Means they have taken now Thai food. Now you can see in Toronto, it's only, in Bangladesh it's only Chinese food. Now you have Thai food everywhere. Now you have Greek food, you have Argentinian food, you have diversity of it. And how they change this? This is just because of good tourism. They will force you, they'll let you eat and then you become, addicted to that. And now you see that you have such popular items. So food is one thing, visit is one thing, transport is one thing, the hospitality is one thing. All this together, it can create a very big opportunity. I think this is a very good opportunity we've seen. And the last but not the least, I also remember the Chinese say, that we eat everything that moves. Means anything that is alive, they eat. And now the Thailand says, anything that swims, we eat. In a macho, anything that swims. We have to find out. We have so many good, Cox's Bazar is the longest beach in the whole world, the natural beach in the whole world. Of course, there's a lot of people now going, and Cox's Bazar is changed. Unfortunate part is that I have been there last year and I was very disturbed to see that it's very ill-planned. Cox's Bazar inside, it's not the way it should be. It's not planned. Everybody is doing, they're building a hotel here and there, it's going on like that. Anyway, life is there. If a lot of people go there, either holidays or there are a lot of people who go there. But we have Sundarban, we have Kuakata, we have a lot of places to sell. And Sylhet is one of the most beautiful places. If you go to Simongol, places like that. These are places where we should, I don't know, individually, even Canada-Bangladesh Chamber একটা tourism উপরে একটা initiative নিয়ে করতে পারে আমার মনে হয়। I think that leaves me to say that Bangladesh is a prosperous country. It has ample opportunity for business. One of them is tourism. Not only that, we can do manufacturing. With Canada, there's a very big opportunity. There are a lot of things. I mean, it's not only agro that we do. Canada থেকে এখন solar energy, ICT, there are big opportunities in this line which Bangladesh can take, and I think we can do that. And especially, one of the other things is that your education and skill development. These are three very important where the chamber should be more involved. I feel that's one thing. With those words, I will say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I have not been it's in a disarray because I have not been prepared well, but I hope I could give you a little bit of what I have. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Bangladesh High Commissioner Ottawa, Mr. Farouk Hossain, Councillor General.
Bangladesh Deputy High Commissioner to Canada, Mr. Naidu. My colleagues from BBCC and all that are present here, many from Bangladesh community, known faces. Thank you for coming. And of course, I begin by thanking BBCC for inviting me. Actually, I didn't have any idea how this event is going to be unfolding, but this is, of course, an experience for me. Next year, perhaps, I will come in a better prepared way. I don't have actually any script, but let me share some experience. I have been Bangladesh's Consul General to Toronto for over 1 year now, 1 year and 4 months. So I have some experience both in terms of how trade relations between Bangladesh and Canada is going, and how Canadians actually perceive Bangladesh in terms of Bangladesh as a travel and tourism destination. Many of us actually do not know that the official trade relation between Bangladesh and Canada is pretty good. It's pretty big in terms of our export volume actually. Bangladesh exports over $2 billion worth of goods and services to Canada. And in fact, Canada is the only country with which Bangladesh enjoys trade surplus. The total volume is 3.5 billion. Bangladesh imports about $1.5 billion worth of goods and services from Canada, and Canada imports a higher volume. But the potentials and opportunities, I think all the speakers who spoke before me mentioned this point. Opportunities and potentials are of course very huge. Like this platform today is providing, unfortunately we are not very good at tapping those opportunities and potentials. We have our strength, but we are not very good at leveraging those strengths. Many Canadians, officials, general people, political leaders I met, they always mention one point. They want to see made in Bangladesh tags, not only in Bangladesh garments, in other products. But that is not the case, you know very well. In Bangladesh, very few goods other than garments come to Canada. So there is a huge potential there, diversification. Jute goods, leather goods. One of the entrepreneur here, I know him. Actually, he sometime back contacted me, and together we tried to establish some sort of connection for exporting leather goods from Bangladesh to Canada. That, of course, could not materialize because of various issues. But the point is, there are opportunities, of course, particularly for trade diversification. Bangladesh, as you know, until 2026, Bangladesh would enjoy LDC status, meaning Bangladeshi goods can enter Canada duty-free and quota-free, which is a huge difference because Indian goods, for example, when enters Canada, they need to pay on an average 18% tax. 18% on an average, depending on types of products. Bangladesh is duty free and there is no restriction because LDC, Bangladesh has been sitting, yeah, they are extending it, 2023. And this facility, Canada has extended to Bangladesh since Bangladesh became an LDC in 1975, right? So many years, we could not tap that potential, we could not, enhance our export to other sectors except RMG. So those investors who are here or are intending to do business with Bangladesh, I request you to keep this in mind. Try to diversify. The market is here. Canadians want to buy products which are not made either in China or India. They want products made in other destinations. There is a huge market. But we are perhaps failing it. So trade diversification is one issue. In terms of travel and tourism, as usual, our potentials are huge. We have many destinations, but we are very bad at promoting Bangladesh, packaging those destinations, and bringing it to the potential Canadian tourist. It is very shocking because I have the statistics, because my office issues visas for Canadians intending to visit Bangladesh. About 25,000 Bangladeshis visited Canada in 2024. And I'm sure over 100,000 applicants applied for Canadian visa, but they issued 25,000. Only 100 pure Canadians. I'm not talking about Bangladeshi Canadians. Bangladeshi Canadians doesn't know visa. They need NVR, no visa required, right? Only 100 pure Canadians applied for Bangladesh visa. Maybe 110, something like that. So you understand the level of interest Bangladesh commands in Canada. So we need, but we have so many good destinations. We have the longest unbroken sandy beach in the world. We have the Sundarbans, which is one of the important UNESCO World Heritage Site. We have so many other cities. Our food is renowned all over the world. But we have been, over the years, failing to package those strengths to potential tourists and customers. So perhaps we need to focus on those areas. Of course, government has a lot of things to do, but private sectors, you need to come up also. You need to come up to join hands with government offices, like we have the consulate here or High Commission in Ottawa. So you have to come together, we have to work together. Otherwise, we will not be able to promote Bangladesh. Promotion is the, whenever there is a, you see, there is a negative press about Bangladesh. If you see negative messages, Bangladesh is unsafe, Bangladesh's food is not safe, there is no road, rail communication, all these news. So this negative news, we need to overcome this negative press about Bangladesh. And it is the responsibility not only of the government, but I think it is a collective responsibility. All people need to promote Bangladesh. Promotion is very important. Tourism is another business, right? You need to package it, you need to sell it. Many people, many Canadians actually visit India and Nepal, our neighboring country, Sri Lanka. And for Canadians, there is no need to take a visa. It's a visa on arrival in Bangladesh. They can easily go to Bangladesh when the Canadians visit Sri Lanka or Nepal. But they don't know simply that there are good sites in Bangladesh. So all these things, actually we have potentials again, but perhaps we are not very good at cashing in those potentials. So my office is here. Of course, the Consulate General has a responsibility to promote business and trade and commerce between Bangladesh and Canada. So my office, to the extent possible, would like to extend every cooperation with the business bodies and others who are interested. Like Biman's name came a few times. We all expected Biman to be present here, but unfortunately they are not here. Biman has a big role, of course, because many small business people who come to my office and talk to me, they always complain about this inadequacy of cargo services from Bangladesh to Canada. And Biman has a big role in overcoming this. So I think they should attend this kind of events and promote whatever services they have, because airlines, Bangladesh, of course, although Bangladesh is a LDC, it boasts a good airlines. Many countries, most LDCs don't have any own airlines actually, but Bangladesh has a well-established good airlines. They have a responsibility to promote Bangladesh and promote tourism through their services. So anyway, I think I spoke a lot. I think we need to. I request all of you to collectively work for the common cause of promoting trade, test, and travel of Bangladesh, from Canada to Bangladesh. Thank you.
Our next guest, I would like to introduce our Dewan Hosni Ayub, Deputy High Commissioner, Bangladesh High Commission, Ottawa, Mr. Farke Hossain, Councillor General, and Bangladesh High Commissioner, Toronto, Tavmir Nawaz, Chairman, BBC Outreach Committee.
Thank you very much. I'm not a good orator. I'm not a businessman. I'm a civil servant, belong to Bangladesh Foreign Service. And I have been here for the last almost more than 5.5 years. So I have some experiences, as mentioned by earlier speaker, that there is ample and huge possibility of businesses, trade and investment between the two countries. One thing I was remembering when I was a student in Dhaka College, there was a famous writing on the gate, know thyself. The Bangladeshi people, I think they don't know themselves, the potential they have. Because we have huge potentials, but only thing that we have to know ourselves. If we know ourselves, then any hurdles, impediments, whatever will be in our way, we can remove it and we can overcome. Bangladesh High Commission has always been working to promote trade, commerce, investment. And you know, though there are huge possibilities, potentials, but it's not always easy. But those who are already doing business in Canada, here in Toronto, in Montreal, or other cities in Canada, I would say that you people are, you know, because you are doing your business on ground. So whatever problems or difficulties you have, if you bring to us, we will try to resolve it, or we will extend our hands to further carry forward all the initiatives that we will take. So it was mentioned that today, I hope that there will be a lot of audiences, particularly the investors and businessmen from Canadian side. But I would say, Feroz Bhai, that I want to write to the organizer, the CEO, I don't know who is the company, because this is not the way they have to handle this kind of seminar like this. So I would definitely write to them, because they are going to have another seminar like this in Florida. So when we organize something, it should be in a befitting way. So this is not we don't have anything to take it casual, because we have come from 500 kilometers away. So we have the value of time. Everybody was very busy. So the organizer, they should take it seriously. So I want to write it down, write to them, so that next time either they have to do in a proper way or they will not do. So and now I have a write-up, because I was told that I have to give a speech, and though it's a tourism, but it was the topic was given for Bangladesh was economy and investment. So keeping those things ahead, so I worked on this speech, and I'm going to read it, because I'm not a very good orator. So I hope that from this speech there are some information that would be useful for the idea of right now ongoing in Bangladesh for the economic and investment perspectives. So I'm going to read my speech, and I hope that it will be beneficial, whoever will be listening later or anytime. So members of the trade and business community, esteemed buyers and importers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for inviting the Bangladesh High Commission and the Consulate General in Toronto to this exhibition, and especially designated this segment for Bangladesh's investment and export opportunities. It is an honor to be with you today to discuss an opportunity that is not only economic, but deeply human, the opportunity to engage with a nation whose people are shaping a new chapter of growth, responsibility and competitiveness. Bangladesh has long been known as a story of resilience, but today it is becoming a story of reform, accountability and purposeful transformation. The recent youth-led uprising has reignited our national commitment to transparency, good governance and inclusive progress. Our economic fundamentals remain solid over a decade of consistent GDP growth, with a projected 7% annual growth rate for the next 5 years and a diversified competitive manufacturing base. But more importantly, we are seeing a transformation of our investment landscape rooted in institutional reforms, technology-driven governance and the reimagination of Bangladesh as a bridge between East and West. Now the question is, why should Canadian investors or any foreign investors and business leaders take a fresh look at Bangladesh? Why? Because the country offers a rare alignment of conditions. A 62 million young youth demographic with 2.3 million young professionals entering the workforce every year, competitive costs in labor, energy and industrial land already below regional average. You know that in Bangladesh is always cheaper compared to other South Asian and South Asian countries in many ways. A fast expanding middle and affluent class which has doubled in past 5 years. Stabilized exchange rates and foreign reserves with macroeconomic fundamentals rebounding strongly. A government that is proactively reforming the system backed by digital platforms, trade facilitation reforms and investor services. And perhaps most critically, Bangladesh's geography is not just strategic, it is catalytic. We are situated at the crossroads of South and Southeast Asia, providing seamless access to the market of over 3 billion consumers. Our port infrastructure is undergoing a six-fold expansion with projected handling capacity reaching 7.23 million TEUs, transforming Bangladesh into a natural logistics hub for Asia-bound supply chains. Now, what are the key sectors for collaboration? Let me highlight several sectors where Bangladesh and Canada or any foreign investors or buyers can build dynamic and mutually beneficial partnerships. Green manufacturing and sustainable textiles. Bangladesh is the world's second largest exporter of ready-made garments, and we are now the global leader in LEED certified green factories. With over 200 certified green factories, we are setting global benchmarks for sustainable apparel manufacturing. Canadian retailers and buyers can source responsibly while supporting women's empowerment, employment, and critical supply chain. ICT and digital economy. Our digital ecosystem has taken off with over 1,600,000 skilled professionals and growing exports in fintech, software, animation, and analytics. High-tech parks, e-governance, and STEM reforms have created fertile ground for innovation. Partnerships with Canadian firms looking to scale cost effectively. Agro-processing and food security. Bangladesh is modernizing its agricultural value chain, opening space for Canadian investment in food safety, refrigeration, traceability, and logistics, areas where Canada has world-leading expertise. Together we can align innovation with food security and climate-smart practices. Infrastructure and urban development. From smart cities and mass transit to new economic zones, Bangladesh is building its next generation infrastructure. Public-private partnerships are prioritized, and Canadian firms can find opportunities in engineering, architecture, and sustainable planning. Renewable energy and climate finance. Bangladesh is moving rapidly towards renewables, investing in solar mini grids, waste-to-energy and off-grid systems. Green bonds and blended finances tools are now available, inviting Canadian pension funds and investors to shape a more sustainable energy future. Tourism, heritage, and creative industries. Our natural wonders from the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in the world, which has been declared by the UNESCO the World Heritage. I think many of us know that. And up to the Chittagong Hill Tracts offer rich ecotourism potential. Bangladesh's cultural and spiritual heritage is being reintroduced to the world as a destination for meaningful travel and responsible cultural exchange. Apart from these mentioned sectors, I would also particularly highlight another sector for Canadian businesses is the pharmaceuticals. Bangladesh's pharmaceuticals industry is emerging as a global player. We now export medicines to over 150 countries, including the United States, UK, Germany, and Australia. With compliance to WHO, GMP, and US FDA standards, our pharmaceutical sector is earning global trust. Now, another important sector is API. I think many of you know active pharmaceutical ingredients. Bangladesh is investing in its national API park, offering regulatory incentives, infrastructure, and talent. Canadian firms can co-manufacture APIs, leverage Bangladesh's low-cost environment, and help build a diversified, ethical supply chain, one that benefits both developed and developing markets. Now, I would like to highlight private sector engagement and institutional reforms that are now going on in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has launched a private sector advisory council to foster dialogue between government and investors, both domestic and international. A true one-stop service is being implemented at BIDA. Trade facilitation has improved with the Authorized Economic Operator AEO system, and customs reforms are being aligned with global standards. Other facilities for investors include tax holidays for 5 to 10 years, accelerated depreciation allowances, repatriation facilities, duty-free import of raw materials, special incentives for renewable energy, ICT, pharmaceutical, agro-processing, and infrastructure, access to bonded warehouse facilities and cash subsidies for selected exports, full foreign equity participation, including in joint ventures. So our goal is to build a modern economic network, one that prioritizes transparency, responsiveness, and investor protection. As Canada looks for reliable, reform-oriented partners in Asia, Bangladesh is sending a clear signal that Bangladesh is ready. Now, I would just like to few more things that Bangladesh and Canada relations. Bangladesh and Canada share 5 decades of friendship. You know that during 1971, Canada was one of the very few Western countries who supported us without any doubt and any question. Today we stand at the threshold of a new phase, marked not by aid only, but by enterprise, innovation, and joint ambition. Because previously, when you used to know about Canada, Canada traditionally always sanctions some money to Bangladesh on different sectors, but that days I think are not. That's not the only case right now for Bangladesh. So we have come across those things. So Canadian businesses already benefit from Bangladesh's LDC status and the general preferential tariff scheme. But beyond trade incentives, there is a deeper opportunity to build with a country that is investing in its people, digitizing its economy, and respecting the rule of law. The future is co-created. Bangladesh's story is no longer one of catching up. It is one of co-creation. We invite Canada to be part of this journey, not as an observer, but as a partner, as an investor, as a collaborator in building a greener, smarter, and fairer economy in South Asia. Finally, to invest in Bangladesh today is to invest in a society that is rewriting its social contract, a society that values growth but not without accountability, a people that believe reform is not only possible but necessary. I invite you to explore our markets, our people, and our potential. This is not just about returns, it is about relationships. Thank you. That's all about my speech. I think if there would be some Canadian buyers or international buyers, they would be beneficial. But anyway, I think that through this media, they can get these speeches. There are some hints, though not very substantive data, but there are some overall pictures of Bangladesh that right now going on. And I hope that this speech doesn't sound like Gandhar Sangit. Thank you all.
Thank you for the inspirational speech. Our last guest speaker will be Tanveer Nawaz, Chairman BBC Outreach Committee.
Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I would like to start my speech in Bengali, as I can see most of the our very well-known common faces from the community, from the consulate and the High Commission as well. So, আমার নাম হচ্ছে Tanveer Nawaz. I started my career as a journalist back home, then I turned into an entrepreneur. I came to Canada back in 2018. So to be very specific, in 2018 June. So it's less than 7 years here, not a very long time compared to you all. So today I was supposed to talk about the investment opportunities and export opportunities from Canada to Bangladesh. So I would like to change it for now because I can see more of our common faces. So let's talk about how we can actually approach the Canadians to invest in Bangladesh. So that's very important. So দুটা খুবই আমি যখন এই টপিকটা নিয়ে রিসার্চ করছিলাম আমি দেখছিলাম যে দুটো খুবই ইন্টারেস্টিং বিষয় আমার চোখে পড়েছে আমি মুরাদ ভাই বলছিলেন সো তার মধ্যে একটা হচ্ছে আমি একটা কমন এক্সাম্পল সবসময় দিই যে আমরা বারবার যখন বলি যে উই আর দ্য সেকেন্ড লার্জেস্ট আরএনজি এক্সপোর্টিং কান্ট্রি সো দ্যাটস আওয়ার প্রাইড সো ইট অল স্টার্টেড বাই দ্য গ্রেট ম্যান ইমরুল কাদের সাহেব হ্যাঁ যখন ওনারা শুরু করেছেন বা ওনারা যখন সো সামওয়ান হ্যাড টু স্টার্ট ইট কাউকে কিন্তু সেই প্রেশারটা নিতে হয়েছে সো কাউকে কিন্তু ওই জার্নিটা স্টার্ট করতে হয়েছে পাথওয়েটা তৈরি করতে হয়েছে সো উই আর এ কান্ট্রি আওয়ার এজ ইজ অল টুগেদার 55 years less than 55 years 55 বছরে একটা দেশ হিসেবে আমরা যেই জায়গায় এসেছি আই ফিল পার্সোনালি প্রাউড অফ ইট যে আমাদের যে ইকোনমিক গ্রোথ আমাদের যে বিজনেস গ্রোথ হয়েছে আমাদের যে ইনভেস্টমেন্টস আসছে ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার ডেভেলপ করছে দ্যাটস অ্যামেজিং আমরা অনেক সময় হয়তো অনেক নেগেটিভ জিনিস সামনে নিয়ে এসে বাট লেটস টক অ্যাবাউট দ্য পজিটিভ ম্যাটার্স one of the biggest thing we achieved over the past 50 years we created our own value so value to create হয়েছে so people know Bangladesh people know we are আমাদের ক্যাপাসিটি গুলো কি আমাদের মানুষ কিন্তু জানেন পৃথিবীর মানুষ জানেন so right now I'm doing a business here it's a public service business so I'm dealing with people from different nations different nationalities so যখন আমরা যখন কথা বলি at one stage when we talk about Bangladesh I never heard anybody talking anything negative about the business culture of Bangladesh. I think Bangladesh is one of the very few countries from the Asian side যেখানে আমাদের business organization গুলো এতটা organized, এতটা effectively আমি বলবো যে they are aggressive. Otherwise আমরা যেটা 50 years achieve করেছি it was nearly impossible. এটা হতো না.
So যেটা শুরু হয়েছে let's say 1972 থেকে up until 2024 we passed a long way and we came to a stage now we are seeking for foreign investors to come and invest in our country. R&D আমাদের settle, R&D থেকে আমরা একটা revenue পাচ্ছি. So there are other sectors as well. আমরা যদি ক্যামেরার সাথে কথা বলি যে আজকে মানে ডেপুটি হাই কমিশনার সাহেব একটু প্রকাশ করছিলেন same thing goes to me as well. I pretty much knew যে something like এরকম কিছু একটা হবে. But never mind, that's how we start. But আমাদের এখন মনে হয় it's a high time for us to approach to the foreign investors যারা ইনভেস্ট করতে ইন্টারেস্টেড যে তাদেরকে আসলে ট্রু পিকচারটা দিতে হবে যে what they would get as a return. So it's a secure investment in Bangladesh. দেখেন probably Bangladesh is one of the countries যেখানে আপনি you are getting 200 million people with the same culture, same food habit, almost same kind of spending nature. You can 60% of them are youth. So youth they come with more spending capacity and more so scopes কিন্তু আমাদের কাছে অনেক আছে আমরা আমাদের স্কোপসগুলোকে কীভাবে তাদের কাছে অ্যাপ্রোচ করতে পারি দ্যাট ইজ ওয়ান অফ দ্য মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্ট থিং সুবিধা আছেন আমরা আপনার অনেক সিজন প্রফেশনালস বিজনেসম্যান আপনাদের হাত থেকে অনেক কিছু তৈরি হয়েছে আমরা যারা ফেয়ারলি নিউ আমরাও চাই কিন্তু ওই পাথটা এনগেজ হতে ওই পাথটাতে ইনভেস্টমেন্ট ফ্রম নর্থ আমেরিকা যদি আমরা দেখি যে আমরা যদি লাস্ট 2024 এর ডেটা দেখি যে খুব ইট ওয়াজ ভেরি সারপ্রাইজিং ফর মি আমি জানতাম না এটা যে it was one of the major FDIs in the year of 2024 UK China Korea so top 10 এর মধ্যে তো নর্থ আমেরিকা কেউ নাই সো তার মানে হচ্ছে যে there is a gap between us and these countries আমরা আসলে অ্যাপ্রোচের জায়গাটিতে হতে আমাদের অনেক বড় গ্যাপ আছে এই গ্যাপটা অ্যানালাইসিস হওয়া দরকার সেক্টর ওয়াইজ ইনভেস্টমেন্টের জন্য আমরা আসলে কি কোনো প্ল্যানস করছি কি যেমন আজকে আমরা ট্যুরিজম নিয়ে কথা বলছিলাম অনারেবল কনসুল জেনারেল নিয়ে বলছিলাম ট্যুরিজম নিয়ে কথা এফেক্টিভলি আমরা বিজনেস ট্যুরিজমের জন্য কি কিছু করতে পারি কিনা ক্যান উই অ্যাপ্রোচ দ্য ইনভেস্টার্স ফ্রম হিয়ার টু গো টু বাংলাদেশ ফর এ বিজনেস ট্যুরিজম পারপাস ক্যান উই in collaboration with the chambers and different trade bodies even with the ministry আমরা কি বিজনেস ট্যুরিজম করতে পারি কিনা because honestly speaking I don't see Bangladesh as a very good tourism destination যারা যাবে হ্যাঁ হতে পারে বাট ওইটা আমাদের রেভিনিউ জেনারেশনের জন্য খুব এফেক্টিভ কিছু কখনো হবে না কারণ আমাদের একটা দুইটা তিনটা চারটা পার্টিকুলার ট্যুরিজম স্পটের জন্য কেউ বাংলাদেশের ওইভাবে করে কন্টিনিউয়াস ট্যুরিজম হয়তো আমরা পাবো না বাট আমরা বিজনেস ট্যুরিজম করতে পারি আমরা বারবার যখন বাংলাদেশের কক্সবাজার সি বিচের কথা বলছি 120 কিলোমিটার লং সি বিচ এখানে 10টা কম জীবনের হতে পারে হয় না সো বিকজ দের ইজ নো প্ল্যান বাট উই স্টিল হ্যাভ টাইম লাইক উই স্পেন্ড 50 years we have another 50 years or 100 years or years of years so someone need to see that vision and ওই ভিশনটাকে রিয়েলিটিতে নেওয়ার জন্য উই নিড টু হ্যাভ অ্যাটলিস্ট সাম কাইন্ড অফ প্ল্যান যেটা এক্সিকিউট করা দরকার এবং ওয়ান অফ দ্য মেজর থিং আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে যে বিজনেস ট্যুরিজম কুড বি এ ভেরি গুড অপশন আমরা বাইল্যাটারালসগুলোতে কিন্তু একদমই এই মুহূর্তে আমি যতটুকু দেখেছি যে আমরা অতটা এফেক্টিভ না বাংলাদেশের যে ট্রেড পটেনশিয়ালসগুলো আছে ক্যানাডার সাথে সেই জায়গাগুলোতে আমরা কোনো কাজ করতে কিনা আমরা কাজ করতে পারি কিনা চেম্বার অ্যাজ এ হোল চেম্বারের মেইন যেমন আমরা চেম্বার নিয়ে যখন কথা বলি যে চেম্বার কিন্তু আমাকে বিজনেস দেবে না চেম্বার আমাকে নেটওয়ার্ক দিবে চেম্বার আমাকে ওই অ্যাক্সেসটা দিবে টু গো টু মিস্টার XYZ অ্যান্ড পিচ ফর মাই বিজনেস যে আমি আসলে কী করতে চাই দিস ইজ আ থিং উই ক্যান ডু অ্যাজ এ হোল অ্যাজ এ নেশন আমরা মনে করি বাংলাদেশিরা আমরা আসলে উই আর ফুল অফ লাইফ অ্যান্ড ফুল অফ এনথুজিয়াজম দ্যাটস ওয়াই উই আর হিয়ার টুডে এবং বাংলাদেশের যে জার্নি আমরা দেখেছি দ্যাটস সারপ্রাইজিংলি অ্যামেজিং সো দ্য বিজনেস সেক্টর ডেভেলপমেন্ট ইজ অ্যামেজিং আমরা লেটস সে আমরা যদি প্রাণ আপনি কোন সেক্টরের কথা বলবেন R&Dতে আমরা we are one of the pioneers, the second largest exporting country. Consumer Pran is one of the largest manufacturing company in the world. With sorry, excuse me. The Pran product range is close to 5,000 different SKUs they have. আমরা কি এটা আসলে প্রমোট করছি আমরা কি প্রমোট করতে পারছি আমরা কি ওদের সাথে কি আমরা B2B করতে পারছি কারণ অন্যান্য কোম্পানির সাথে আমরা যখন when you go to the local groceries or আমরা যখন ওয়ালমার্টে যাচ্ছি আমরা যখন কস্টকোতে যাচ্ছি when you see the Bangladeshi products আমরা যখন প্রাণের পরোটা দেখি সমোসা দেখি we feel excited instead of buying the Indian products we are buying our products but that's something that is connected to our heart so আমরা কি এমন কিছু আসলে করতে পারি কিনা as a চেম্বারকে বলি বা আমরা আমাদের এখানে হাই কমিশনকে যদি বলি যে আমরা আসলে বিজনেস ট্যুরিজম বা আমরা ক্যানাডিয়ান ইনভেস্টরদেরকে আসলে আমরা আমাদের বিজনেস পটেনশিয়ালসগুলোকে তাদের সামনে দিতে পারি কিনা সো ক্যান উই ডু সামথিং ইন কোলাবোরেশন উইথ দ্যাম I'm not going to give any other data because I can actually data bolar kichu nai. So everyone is seasoned at their own profession. So compared to them, I'm very new. But my only urge to everyone, excuse me, sorry, let's do something. Let's create that environment and let's take that step forward. যেখানে যে আমরা আসলে এই collaborations গুলো create করতে পারি. Results overnight আসবে না. It will take time. It will take maybe 5, 10, 15 years. But কাউকে একজনকে শুরু করতে হবে. স্টেপসগুলো নিতে হবে, যখন স্টেপসগুলো নেওয়া হবে তখন কিন্তু আসলে রেজাল্টসের জন্য কাজ করার সুযোগ থাকবে। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই আই থিঙ্ক উই আর ল্যাগিং রাইট নাও। ওই জায়গাটায় যদি আমরা কাজ করি ডেফিনেটলি উই ক্যান সি দ্য রেজাল্ট। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ ওয়ান্স অ্যাগেন অ্যান্ড হ্যাপি উইকেন্ড ফর এভরিওয়ান। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Thank you all speakers. Thank you for your valuable comments. I hope in future we'll follow your comments accordingly. We'll do our future program. Actually আমাদের আমি কিছু বাংলাতেও বলি, আমাদের যেই প্রোগ্রামটা ছিল, আমাদের প্রোগ্রামটা কিন্তু এটা ইন্টারন্যাশনালি সব জায়গায় টেলিকাস্ট হবে এবং বিজনেস কমিউনিটির কাছে আমাদের এটা সব চলে যাবে। অর্গানাইজার যেটা জানিয়েছেন আমাদেরকে যে বড় বড় অর্গানাইজেশন যে কটা আছে সব জায়গায় এটা যাবে। এবং আমি সকালবেলা আমাদের ডেপুটি হাই কমিশনের কাছ থেকে এটা নিয়েছি, ওরা আমার কাছে ডাইরেক্টলি চেয়েছে যে আপনাদের বক্তব্য যেটা দিবেন আমাদেরকে পাঠান। আমরা অ্যাকর্ডিংলি ওনাদের সবাইকে পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি। তো আমাদের গেস্ট কমেছে, ইনশাআল্লাহ ফিউচার প্রোগ্রামে আমরা এটা চেষ্টা করব ওভারকাম করার জন্য। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ আজকে থাকার জন্য সবাইকে।
We are going to represent Bangladesh on the stage. We would like to welcome everyone to join us for this performance by our very own Bangladeshi artist from Toronto. I'd like to welcome everyone to sit down, join us for this wonderful performance by our very own singer, Tasmina Khan, and our very own talented dancer, Urmi Nusrat. You're gonna see a colorful performance of songs that represent Bangladesh from our heart. A little bit about Bangladesh. So how you know Bangladesh? Bangladesh is a country who's actually born in 1971. Before that, we were a part of Pakistan. When we fought for our language, I think this is the only country in the whole world who fought for their language, not only for freedom. So how Bangladesh fought for their language, and this is become one of our strength, and we are still fighting for many things to establish our footprint in the world. If I say, in this world today, we all, one of the basic things is clothing. So if you look at probably whatever you are wearing now, you have one of the clothes you are wearing which is made in Bangladesh, and we are really proud of that. Bangladesh is the second largest manufacturer for garments. And how else you can know Bangladesh? We have the longest sea beach in the world, as well as we have a beautiful mangrove forest, which is we call Sundarban. So if you Google now, you can look into that and know a little more about Bangladesh. But I'm not going to bother you much with the information. We'll try to represent Bangladesh through our culture now. I would like to welcome on stage Tasmina Khan to perform one of our, it's not a one song, but she is going to do a medley of 3 beautiful folk songs from Bangladesh, which is going to represent how we love people, how we try to connect when we have many difficulties in our life. And these songs are always making us believe that we can overcome everything through love. Please welcome Tasmina Khan on stage, please.
Thank you. A very good day to everyone. Yeah, I'm representing Bangladesh, and I am singing some of our very traditional songs, very popular, and that represents our culture.
For your wonderful performance. Whoever doesn't understand the language, it's all about love. She's just welcoming everybody to see Bangladesh and understand what Bangladesh has to offer you. So without further ado, we're gonna see a dance performance. It's a medley again. Bangladesh is heavily dependent on our harvest. So during the harvesting time, we always face many difficulties. Through her dance, we're gonna see a performance where we pray to God for rainwater so that we can get better harvest. And the next one is for one of our very own traditional textile, which is jamdani. I don't know if you know, Bangladesh is very renowned for its beautiful jamdani in all over the world. So she's going to perform one song for the rain harvesting the rainwater, and the second one is with the jamdani, and the third one, it's welcoming everyone to visit Bangladesh, and it's a performance from her heart. I know she is someone who owns it, and my very favorite, Urmi Nusrat, on the stage. Please welcome Urmi Nusrat.
Shikado,